me and EBK, we didn't want to have beef with anybody because when we would go live, the individuals that we had that YouTube drama with, they would go live at the same time, and their subscribers would come to our channel and they'd be like, "Oh, so and so said this about you," like talking smack. And what we would do, we would just be like, "Hey, tell them we send ours straight up." Like we weren't trying to beef or nothing. And then it became drama over um it was over a female, honestly. It was drama over a female on that side of it. I didn't care. I was doing my own thing, but it became drama, and then it became people throwing shots back and forth, and then fast forward to now, I'm just like, bro, like if I knew how YouTube would respond to all that, I wouldn't have done it because all I really got from that was, yeah, I got views, I got, you know what I'm saying, I got paid. I'm not gonna lie, I did get paid for it, but I came on YouTube saying I didn't want drama. I wasn't here for the drama. I wasn't here to make myself look like I was hard or a badass or nothing like that. But doing that, it did rub certain people the wrong way where they would hit me up on Instagram or my comments. They would tell me like, bro, like we liked you before when you were humble, and now you're like, excuse me, now you're seeming more like every other YouTuber that just wants to,
And that
Did it
changed
for
your
you?
perspective. Yeah, that changed your perspective to what you're now doing, which is a positive thing. I mean, so as we were saying, basically, you learn from, as we can say, a little mistakes of what the course of this YouTube can do to you. Because
Yeah.
what people don't understand sometimes is we let our emotions get the best of it, whether we like it or not. Sometimes some comments do get us angry and do
Yeah.
put us in a predicament. We're still humans. People have to understand. Our subscribers got to understand that we do human. We try to ignore as much as we can, but sometimes drama comes our way without noticing. Now you learn from this, so you chose to come to a different path and a positive path. Now, what are your plans? What does you want people to understand about your channel? Where you want to take your channel to from now on?
So my main thing, like I said before, it was more so just to give people an insight on like upstate Sureños, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, because everybody had the misconception that all upstaters are disrespectful. That's what I got a lot when I made my channel. Everybody
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, like all you fools are disrespectful. All you fools just talk masa." Like, I was like, "Nah, like it ain't even like that." Like, don't get me wrong. Yeah, of course we're gonna disrespect if we get disrespected, but at the same time, it's like, I'm not here for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna. You can disrespect me, and I still won't disrespect you until you know what I'm saying. You disrespect me again, like I told you before. You know. But now, I kind of just recently I kind of changed into like so I made a video about these three sureños that went to a high school, right?
Yeah.
And it made a few actually. I want to say at least four youngsters. Two from San Jose and the other two, I think I don't remember what cities they were from, but they hit me up and they were like, "Damn, like when you said in the video, excuse me, when you said in the video to not be a crash dummy, like it kind of opened my eyes." And I was like, I responded to them. I had conversations with them. I let them know like, you don't got to be a crash dummy. I'm not. This is my thing. I'm not on YouTube to tell you to stop banging. If you want to bang, that's on you. I'm never gonna tell you stay away from gangs. None, you're not gonna learn from certain things until you do them yourself. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I don't advise it. I don't advise it. But at the same time, I'm never gonna tell you stop doing it. You know what I'm saying? But I did like that, man. I did like that those youngsters reached out and they told me like, damn, bro, like you kind of opened my eyes to not be a crash dummy, basically. So I kind of want to take it that route where I can give, you know what I'm saying, not just youngsters, but anybody that needs that help, that needs to talk or anything like that, like get at me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's and I understand the more the channel grows, it's gonna be harder, but as of right now, anybody that I can help, I'm gonna help them out, whether it's advice, whether it's you know what I'm saying, giving them things to do, things like that, just little things. That corny line, I'm sure you've heard it, that people say like, "Oh, if I could change one life, I'm good, like I'm chilling." That's kind of how I feel right now.
I mean, it's not corny. I use that a lot because it's like you got to look at it as a we doing a roller coaster. It's a cycle that's
Mhm.
unbreakable. We going
Yeah.
back. through, back and forward, back and forward. It's like a circle just going around.
Yeah.
And the sad part is, bro, and this is what sometimes gets me so angry to the point where I wish I could just stand up on the podium and yell at these kids and yell at everybody else that we're
Yeah.
fucking up our community. We're messing up everything that we stood for. Because
Yeah.
I look at it, our young generations, Latinos, and generations, younger generations at all, whether there's white, I don't look at it as, oh, we Latinos, we hate white people, we hate black people, we hate Chinese. That's not my
Yeah.
perspective. Just youngers at all. This
Yeah.
new generation coming up, this X or this whatever the hell they're calling it now, this Z
Yeah. Yeah.
generation, whatever this whole thing is now,
Yeah.
right? These kids have the ability to have a tablet and something that's called computer in front of them that can make them so much smart and they can look at and get one of the jobs that we couldn't get. They
Yeah.
grow up in a country where they have the ability to have two nationalities, they can speak two languages, and every single workplace now that is hiring people, if you speak more than two languages, is a plus and they pay more. So these kids have this ability and these tools at their access at their tippy toes to make everything they want a reality. And they're choosing to sit up and pick up a knife, pick up a bat, pick up a chain, pick up a gun, whatever, pick up a flag and say, I'm gonna go to the school just because this kid looked at me wrong or because he called me a
Mhm.
S word, he called me a B word. I'm gonna show him I'm
Yeah.
not a punk. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Then here comes the crash dummies. They will run up
Yeah.
in the schools, crash, hit the wall, do what they have to do. At that moment, we lose two generations. The
Mhm.
kid that probably passed away and the direction that is going away. We have to be better, and that's why I say when I say these things, we got to do better because we have to stop manipulating our youngsters. We have to stop manipulating to a point in a sense where like, bro, this is what you're supposed to do. This is what you were made to do. This is what you.
Mhm.
This was are your enemies. They're the enemies now. The next dude that looks just like you. That's a bullshit fact. The enemies within ourselves, inside of
Yeah.
us. We think and we start developing thinking and animosity and a hate towards somebody that we think they're our enemies, and we choose to take action all for what?
Yeah.
And that's why I say what I said, because it's like if I can save one kid, I had so many people reached out to me when I made my channel, and I'm grateful for them. I'm really young, bro, for all walks of life, and tell me, oh, this has been an eye opener. And what got to me the most was one time, I think I said in the live or in the video. If I didn't, um, an uncle reached out to me and said my nephew was doing this, and this, and I put him your
Mhm.
video. And I show him when you first went into prison, the first gruesome stabbing that you saw was one of the
Mhm.
first video.
Yeah.
And I told him that's what you're gonna be leaving. That's what you're gonna be looking at. And the kid said that he cried, was like, Uncle, I don't want to go through that pain. I don't want to go
Yeah.
through that stuff. And so his uncle hit me up, and then I had a conversation with the kid. I told him, look, if I had somebody to sit down and talk to me the way I could talk to somebody else, I probably would have never made the decision. I'm not saying I wouldn't
Yeah.
100%, but I probably would have thought about it a little bit
Yeah.
more than I thought it back then. And that's
Definitely.
why I think our channel is a little more important. We have a platform that we should use it really well. We should be careful what we really say, because sometimes we not might mean it in the wrong way, but people take it that way. And we live in a culture nowadays where anybody can get canceled, meaning
Mhm.
that if they don't like something, you have a group of people that will just rally around it and try to get you off whatever message you're preaching.
Yeah.
If we put so much energy on trying to get one YouTuber or one somebody or one whatever it is, preacher or whatever they're doing canceled because you guys don't like the fact, why shouldn't we put our energy to get these kids to somewhere where we want them to be a good for society, to where we can have these kids create millions of companies? Why
Yeah.
is it everybody else? I don't mean this no disrespect to the white race, but why can Latinos own companies? Why can Latinos own project houses? There's a few, probably out of the 10% of it, there's like probably a 1%er that does that.
Yeah.
But we should be more. California is a state that's more populated by Latinos. Why can't we have the same privilege? Especially if you're born here, you have a bigger leg up that you never feared to get deported back to a country you never knew.
Yeah.
We should take advantage of that. And that's why I say you're pushing your channel to a good positive. And Those kids that reached out to you, that's what make it worth it for us, bro. And people say, no, you guys are doing it for the money, la la la. I work.
Yeah.
I bust my fucking ass off from 6 in the morning to 7 at night every single day. I work. So to me, it's not. I'm in the need of something. That yeah, money comes a plus. Sometimes there's a plus. I want to do something that might not have it,
Oh
and
yeah, of
then
course.
you two money comes as a plus. That's not denying it. But me and you had a conversation behind cameras that I will tell you about these people hitting me up. Hey, where can we send you money? Where can we send you this? I said, I don't have none of this application because I don't want the
Yeah.
message to be about the money. I want the message to be
Yeah.
about the message, the things that we're pushing. And me and you have got conversations together where we want to push our channels individually and probably together
Yeah.
to a point where we can create something better for people. And I'm glad I got a chance to sit down and get to know you a little better in depth to the whole reality of what it is
Yep.
and why you chose to do this. Now that you get to this point, you want to take your channel to a positive approach. What's next?
What's next? In the sense, in what sense?
What's next? What is that you're gonna try to accomplish, or where is that you're shooting at? Do you want for now? Let's say from here to 6 months now, where you want it to be with your channel? Where is your message that you
So
perpetrating to be?
my biggest thing right now, I would say my biggest thing is I'm just putting out content to grow the channel to have a wider audience to where I can reach more people and the message could be, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it'll be a wider message. It won't be just for kids that reach out. You know what I'm saying? It'll be more people that reach out to let me know. Because I love conversating. I love conversating. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had people that hit me up from YouTube and they'll be talking smack in my DMs. Like they're talking reckless. And then we'll talk like they'll talk to me regular and they'll be like, all right, my bad, like you're not so bad. You know what I'm saying? And I like that. I like that I can talk to people and basically just get them out of that zone where they have to be so aggressive. You know what I mean? Like I said, I didn't come to YouTube to look like the hardest dude ever because I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm a humble dude, and I guess for the future, for the next 6 months, I kind of just kind of want to put out that message of, you know what I'm saying, the world is bigger than just the hood, basically.
And it is. And I think we can do it. I think you can do it. I think we have the voice right now. We should take advantage of the voice that's being given to us. And
Yeah,
like I always tell people, this is not my channel. This is their people channel. This is
straight
it
up.
was
Yeah,
made for them. They made us. They put us here. They decide where we go. And there's a lot of fakeness in YouTube and a lot of people. And people shouldn't take a lot of mistakes literally and crucify us. Sometimes we make mistakes. We're human, just like you guys.
yeah,
We might mess up along the way. At least for me, I might mess up more than 3, 4 times because I'm still starting. It's only a half a month and some change into this game. I haven't been doing this for a long time, so I'm still trying to learn how to develop. I'm still trying to learn who I can talk to, who I can have a genuine conversation with. And I have been fortunate enough to have met people like you, people like other subscribers that I can have conversation with, and it's a beautiful thing. And I think we can try to do better, and we can do better. Now, like I said, man, it was a pleasure. It was nothing more than a pleasure to have a conversation with you, to have you on my
likewise.
platform, and to have you here and get in a depth with you. And I told you a million times before behind scenes, my platform is open to you. My doors are open to you whenever you want to come here and do whatever it is that we can push a positive. And I have told you, as long as the message comes from a genuine positive
Right.
point of view, we
Yeah.
can get it done. We're not here to glorify, vindify, or make violence look like it's a glorious thing. And kids out there, if you're game banging, let me tell you this, and he can call me a liar if I'm lying when I say this. Yes, sometimes when we come into these neighborhoods, we look at these jainitas, we look at these carros, we look at these vatos on chains, we look at these vatos with new fucking designer clothes, and we think like, man, that's what game banging is. You're dead wrong. That's not what game banging is, man. You're not
Yeah.
looking at the dirtiness and the grimiest game that is inside of behind that smoke screen. You're not looking at the times you have to spend on the rooftop sleeping in a cold concrete air because you're posted 24/7 in your neighborhood. You're not looking at the pain you're putting your mother, your father, whoever's around you that loves you through. You guys are not looking into the suffering you go when you hit the penal system, that you have to start doing stuff. You have to start putting people in a position where you don't want your mother coming in there packed with a bunch of dope, full of whatever, and so you could just maintain.
Yeah.
We shouldn't look up to those things. You got other people like Listo, you got other people that's out there, YouTubers that you can look up to. They're preaching something that we lived the life already. I did 15 years in the penitentiary system. Unfortunately, all I got out of there was pain, more pain and the struggles and a rough case of PTSD.
And
And
that's one thing that I want to add, bro, is I feel like people should really because I do see a lot of people talk about prison on YouTube and they're glorifying it, but at the end they say, "Oh, but I'm not glorifying it," and it's like I feel like it's you're kind of backtracking. You shouldn't be glorifying the prison things. You know what I'm saying? Like you. That's why when I watched your channel, that's why I hit you up and I commented because I seen you were doing it in the sense where like your message is this is not what you want to do. This is not like you said behind the smoke. It's a whole different ballgame.
you shouldn't be there. And believe me, because I've been put in a position where you've been put in a position where like it will come to a once upon a time, whether we think or not, somebody's gonna hit you up like, "Hey, ain't your uncle, ain't your cousin, ain't your brother, so and so," and all this. Like, yeah, man, that fool's giving us a lot of headaches, homie. Let's go and handle that. And that pressure in that moment, they probably hit touch one of your loved ones, they touch one of the homies you were close with. In that moment, you already viewing him as your enemy, so you're ready to give up somebody that has the same blood running through the vein as yours, and that shouldn't be. That shouldn't make it okay. We shouldn't make it okay for us to pick up a gun and go shoot somebody just because he's repping a different flag.
Yeah.
Jokingly around, just yesterday, I went up and picked up some material for the work I was doing, and one of the boys I know for a long time told me, "What the fuck you doing wearing red? Ain't you a sureño?" And I laughed because he's like, "Come on, man." It just, but it's jokingly, but it's a fact that people look at it that way.
Yeah,
People
yeah,
look at it and you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do this. Okay, if we shouldn't do this, then you shouldn't go and pick up a gun and kill a 57-year-old man in a drive-by. You shouldn't go and kill a woman that's pregnant. You shouldn't go out there and kill somebody because of a 20, 30-year-old grudge. We shouldn't be out here sending 16-year-old kids and doing drive-bys. That's not right.
hmm
But we're doing it. They are doing it, I mean to say they are doing it and they're putting pressure on it. And then when we chose to back away and say, what do they call us? Dropouts. What do they call us? Pieces of shit. What do they call us? Peseta. Just because we're doing this YouTube thing doesn't mean that we are there. We're trying to make a better word for somebody. Maybe you might not know the history that's coming behind the painter, but at least myself and I know Lisa is pushing the same line. We shouldn't glorify the violence that's taking place of the streets just because we think it's cool. We shouldn't make it okay.
yeah.
And like I said, bro, thank you for coming into the platform, giving the people a little bit knowledge about your life, telling them about your life story, what you went through, and hopefully they can keep doing what they're doing, subscribing to the channel. My audience, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, go check it out. Upstate Point of View, the homie Listo, solid individual, good guy. Check out the channel, subscribe, listen to the message because I think we should support each other. We should show the love and the respect that people deserve. And I'm glad you came into you took the time. I appreciate it, bro. You took the time to come into the platform and give the people a little bit more about you. I appreciate it, bro. And hopefully this is not gonna be the last time we do this.
Yeah, definitely. We got something in the works. You know what I'm saying? Well, we should probably announce it, but soon. But yeah, we got something in the works where we'll be working more um often and together. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying? We got some things cooking for the
Yeah,
viewers and
I
subscribers.
did it live and I told you guys he was sick. The once we had everything our ducks in a row, we were gonna come on announcement that day he got sick. So
Yeah,
expect to see us more often talking about topics that a lot of people don't want to touch, but that we will touch,
yeah.
and that will draw attention to those topics that we are choosing to ignore and people are suffering for in silence, especially men suffer from these things a lot, and we're
hmm
going to be addressing, like he said, we're going to be working more often. Hopefully you guys can come and support us, show the love that you guys be showing individual, and can show the same love and support as a whole, man. Thank you both for stopping in the platform. Thank you for anything
Anytime,
else.
bro. Thank you
Any
for
last
having
words you
me.
want to tell your people?
I just want to say thank you for having me, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was a good conversation. I was nervous, but it ended up being a really good conversation. You know what I'm saying? I hope that the people really do support us for, and I don't mean this, I don't want to say that they're supporting the real when they support us, but I'm saying what I will say, they're supporting people that are really solid. You and I have had conversations behind the scenes where we both know we're solid as men. You know what I'm saying? As men,
Yes, sir.
we have genuine intentions, and you know what I'm saying. I just hope that yeah, they could support and show love and all that good stuff. But yeah, just you know what I'm saying. Thank you for having me again.
Stay tuned. We'll be coming back to give you guys a little bit more content. Thank you guys for stepping in, checking the time out of your day to support it. Check it out. We always say, man, let's get it.